Ever have a bad day training? The majority of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Either you feel slow, or you feel weak, or you feel like you just keep getting tagged the whole time you're sparring, or you feel like your technique is gone, and that list goes on and on. It's frustrating. You put in all this time, you put in all this effort training, you're doing your conditioning, you feel like you're getting better, and then BAM! You feel like you fell right in your ass and lost it all in one day, and you don't even know what went wrong. I have good news. These days happen to everybody. You didn't lose it all. You just gotta take a deep breath, take a step back, and realize that these off days can happen. Let's play this intro real quick, then I'm gonna give you a 3-step system on how to handle these bad days. Stick around to the end of the video because I got a little bit of words of wisdom on how to handle the mental aspects of having a bad day in training. Because trust me, I get it. I know how it goes. It's frustrating. You feel off and it feels like there's nothing you can do even though you're putting in more and more effort. Just stick around and we'll figure it all out. Step number 1 is just realizing that these days happen. Where did your speed go? Where did your power go? Why the hell are your legs sore? You just started. It's okay. Don't freak out. When you figure out that it's going to be that kind of training day, whether it hits you 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, half hour in, it don't matter. Don't change your plans for the day. Once you realize you're like, okay, I'm going to have a shit day training, don't add on any more workouts because you feel like you got to catch up, and don't take away thinking, I'll just pick it up tomorrow when I feel better. Stick to exactly what you have planned for the day and do it to its entirety. The problem with adding on to it as a sort of punishment is that you're putting more pressure on yourself and forcing more stuff on yourself when you're dealing with something that you probably can't control. It's just a bad day. And then you're going to add on top of it thinking, oh, well, this is my fault. That's more pressure on your mind. You don't want to ruin training like that. You don't want to bring yourself down like that. Mentally, that's not where you want to be. The issue with saying that you'll do it tomorrow is simply that's fucking lazy. What, you had a bad day, so now you're going to put your tail behind your legs and walk out? No. You need to finish what you started, and don't go around modifying your workout or making it easier or play some bullshit like that. You started it, you finish it. Even if you feel weak the whole way through, even if you keep messing up over and over and over again, you'll be happier with yourself at the end. Because you know that you put in that mental toughness, even though you didn't want to, you held to your resiliency, and you put in that work. Now you're walking out of the gym with that chin held high. Yeah, it was a bad day. Yeah, it went like shit, but you still did it. That's what counts. The second thing I want you to do after you're having a bad day, you finish your workout, you get home, and now it's time to think, okay, what caused this? Sometimes there's no answer. Sometimes you walk into the gym and it's just an off day. You're just not in the zone. Maybe you got something on your mind. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep the night before. Maybe the day before you ate like shit. Maybe you had a couple drinks a couple days ago. The list goes on and on and on. There's things that we can control, and there's things that we can't control. Okay, you didn't get enough sleep because your newborn kept you up all night. That's not on you, man. You gotta take care of your family first, take care of the baby, training comes second. But you didn't get enough sleep because you were up watching Netflix all night and you really had to finish that show. That one's on you. Everything you do to or with your body affects your physical performance. So did you do something differently in that time frame before going to the gym that might have affected your performance? Maybe it's identifying, okay, I only got 6 hours of sleep because I messed up and wasn't watching time before I went to bed. I went to the gym and I performed like dog shit. So now we know, okay, 6 hours isn't enough. Now it's time to install that mental discipline and that mental toughness. Be like, okay, now I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. I said I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock, so I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock and I'll wake up in the morning and get ready for training the next day. As an athlete, that's your job, to be dialed into your body's performance and how to take care of it, how to recover. Everything plays into your performance, everything you do. So keep an eye on those little things that change and affect you. Once you got step number 2 down, it's time to move on to step number 3. The third and final thing to do, once you identified you're having a bad day, now you identify what caused that bad day. Third, fix it. Don't let it happen again. I'm not saying you can't ever do anything that could possibly affect your performance. You know, you have a life, you have to live it. You gotta smell the roses. You want the cake, eat the cake. You want a couple beers, have a couple beers. Just do it smart. Know when to do it. Obviously, you're not gonna do it before a competition. But if you do it the night before you walk into the gym and it affects you, that's on you. That's your performance you're playing with. That's not something I want to do, because I don't want to drink and then next day go to the gym and smell like alcohol and perform like shit because I wanted to have a little relaxing night. Personally, I care way more about my training than I do about that. But maintaining a mindset that 24/7, you gotta be locked in 100%. Chicken, broccoli, rice, water, that's it. You know, you can't have a little bit of this, you can't have a little bit of that. That's a recipe for disaster. You're gonna either binge eat, you're gonna fail, something's gonna go wrong. Let yourself live your life, but keep your goal in mind. What's more important? And I'm not saying go and have a gallon of ice cream every night because you wanna live life. That's not it. Don't take the words out of context. You gotta understand that having a little bit of a treat every now and then, that 80-20 rule where you eat clean 80% of the time and then 20% of the time you let it slide a little bit. Do something that works for you. Just don't get off track of your goals. All it comes down to is what you want to achieve. But don't you dare complain that, you know, I'm slow today or I'm fatigued or I'm something, when it's something that you did intentionally knowing what the outcome was gonna be. You got guys in there that are working their asses off, putting everything they've got into that bag, into that training session, and when they have a bad day and they can't identify it, it really eats at them. But you have a bad day, but you're also using your excuses to get you by. Let's look at another example of this. Let's say you went up to bed and you got on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and you started watching Punch Club because you just love it. You just love hearing Mason talk about all the good things about boxing. Thank you. But then you go to set your alarm, you see you only got 5 hours of sleep. Shit. You get your 5 hours, you go to the gym the next day, you perform like shit. Okay, noted, right? I didn't get enough sleep. My performance got affected by that, so next time I get on Punch Club's page, I gotta do a little bit earlier because I gotta ensure that I can get my 9 hours of sleep. Now you get Punch Club in, you get your sleep, you go to training, and you just kick ass because you did all the things you needed to do. Good job. Now, just to reiterate, sometimes you're gonna have bad days and there's gonna be no explanation. Don't put that on yourself. Don't bring yourself down because of it. I've done it plenty of times, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I've come out of the gym and I thought, you know, what the hell? Like, I'm putting everything into this. What am I doing wrong? And then I just put myself down and I realized it was out of my control. But what did I do? I still showed up. I still put in the work. I still wanted to get better, so I put in the training and the effort to get better. So if you're the same way, be proud of that. Don't let one bad day throw you off track. There is 1,000 things that are going to try to knock you off track from your goals. There's people that are going to talk shit. There's things that are going to pop up that take up your time so that you can't train. Things will go wrong. Don't be one more thing on that list that will push you off the track to your goals. Keep your head up, push through, get the work done, and be honest with yourself. Was it something you did, or was it just one of them days? At the end of it all, you had a bad day. Get back to it. Stick to the plan. Maybe the next training session will be better. In my experience, usually I have a bad day. You know, I come back the day after, everything's different. I'm back on track, you know. No reason to freak out or put myself through the stress that I did. If you guys found this video helpful, if it got through to anybody, please hit that thumbs up button. I did a lot of research trying to figure out, you know, what do people do when they have bad days, and I couldn't find too much shit. So I'm just giving you what I do. And it seemed to help me very well, especially that mental aspect of it all. Not putting yourself down and not blaming yourself because something went wrong. Now, if it's on you, it's on you. But if it's not, and you gotta be honest with yourself, cut yourself some slack. You're doing good, you're putting in the work, just keep at it, man. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you want more content like this. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on talking about what do you want to see next, you know? I got a whole bunch of video ideas coming, but if there's something specific that you guys want, I'd be more happy to hit that topic first, because ultimately I want to give the viewers what they want to see. One last little thing here, did you know that Punch Club Media has a merchandise store? If not, you can find the link in the description below. Head over there, see what we got. I got my very own sticker. It should be coming in. I just gotta get it placed up here. A Punch Club sticker, and we're gonna fill this board with stuff like that as we go over time and as this channel grows, which I'm excited to see where we're even gonna be in 3 months from now. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the channel. So as always, I have to say it. Thank you for watching Punch Club.